All right, boys and girls, I know it's been a while. It's been crazy, a lot going on. We're relocating to another state, things like that. So finding the time. I am cooking every night, I'll give you that. But just the videos and things like that, cutting into my time. So, but today, I've had a lot of people ever since my modifications to the YS24x36 flat top. Sealing it, things like that. I use it for low and slow quite often actually. Ribs, things like that. But to show that that thing really is crazy versatile, I'm doing a brisket on it. So we're gonna do it post oak, low and slow, and we're gonna treat that baby like an offset. So let's prep a brisket. I'm gonna do it typically how I normally do, maybe a few changes. I will be using a water pan, but other than that, let's get this thing prepped. Okay, so here we got a nice 12-pound prime packer, and we are just going to clean this bad boy up a little bit. We're gonna hack down a lot of this this thick stuff. You know, just your normal brisket prep. Nothing ridiculous, but we ain't gonna fuss over it too much. This side I am taking down to the meat because we want bark, baby. Gotta have that bark. So we are going to get rid of all this sinew, all this fat, all that good stuff. And we're gonna get down to the meat. So we ain't playing that game. So we're just gonna get this trimmed out real quick. And get her down, get all the sinew off, silver skin, all this stuff right here. I have a wonderful smelling kitchen this morning while I do this. It's Mother's Day currently, and my wife's requests were eggplant parm and French onion soup. So I'm doing French onion soup for lunch, and I'm doing eggplant parm for dinner. And right now I have the French onion soup going, and I'm caramelizing the onions. Nice low, slow caramelization on the onions. And I'm fortifying my beef stock that I made with some oxtail and stuff like that. So it is smelling fantastic in here right now. Like ridiculously fantastic. So, all right, so I'm gonna go through. I'm going to get the rest of the sinew off, the silver skin off, and I'm going to hack this hard fat vein right here. We're just gonna hack that baby right out. And I will do a little bit of trimming on the fat cat side. So we're gonna do a fast forward on this and get her all prepped up. So let's get trimming. All right, she's all trimmed up. Spared you for 20 minutes of trimming. But as you can see, this is what we got going on. Shaped our edges. Our grain runs like this on this bad boy. So I made a little mark because if I accomplish what I want to on my bark, I'm not gonna even see that grain anymore. Did a nice little carve, left a nice little layer. It's got some beautiful marblings, super nice cut. Trimmed up that fat, got rid of the stringy stuff. That's what we're working with, boys and girls. So what we're gonna do is, let me grab my pan real quick. because this is gonna get messy, we are going to give it an injection. And in here we have some beef stock, some homemade beef stock that I made out of, I collect all my ribeye bones since we do a whole lot of ribeye around here. And I made the stock, and this is a little bit of prime dust also added into the stock, reduced down and then cooled. So, and that's it. That's all we're playing for moisture. So we're going to set this bad boy at 5 and give this guy some love. So we're gonna start over here at the flat end. Nice little pocket. Give her a pump. Just gonna kind of move across. And move on up to the next. Figure our needle goes in about 2 inches, so we'll do it in lines of 2. Yeah, I just felt like it just needed a little something. I'm not sure why. And we're going to keep going. And get rid of the rest of that. Get some more. Get a nice reload. I'm going to get this top part of the flap first. And since we can get this side down here, we're going to do that. These fatty parts, you definitely want to ram her in a few times. Make a nice little pocket. Otherwise, it just all squirts back out, you know what I'm saying? I got about a cup of this stock prime dust solution, by the way. I'm not sure if I mentioned that or not. But I have a lot going on today, so I ain't gonna be doing a whole lot of babysitting. And yes, believe it or not, with the that flat top and the modifications that were done, she holds some serious temp. So I shouldn't have to babysit it too much. And that's kind of the whole point of all this. I mean, yeah, I could easily use the 640, but okay, now we're gonna lift this guy up here and just get any parts of this bottom point here. Make sure she's got all that flavor in it. And we'll come over here, give this a little love. And that'll be that. All right, let me wash up real quick. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is I'm going to glove up and we are going to make a rub. And we're going to do it real quickly. Got a mess going on here, so let's make a rub. We'll put you guys right over here. You see what I'm doing? And 1 second, I gotta stir my onions real quick. Oh man, those things are looking nice. And So, let's make a rub. So what we're going to start with, we're going to get our teaspoon out. And we're going to start with a nice tablespoon of very coarse ancient sea. 2 tablespoons quarter crack black pepper. We're going to 2 on those guys. Okay, hold on. And then we are going to do a tablespoon of dill seed. Yes, I know. Believe it, I'm telling you. Wouldn't lie to you. Wouldn't lie to you. We are going to do a teaspoon of coriander seed, sorry. We're going to do 2 teaspoons of garlic. And we are going to do a teaspoon of red pepper flake. And that's it. That's it, boys and girls. So we're going to give this a mix. Show you what you got going on here. I guess you can almost say this is like a pseudo, oh man, like maybe a Montreal style. But there she is right there. Now, let's get it on our meat. Give you a little better, there we go. So I'm going to glove up with this, and I am not using any binder because we have plenty of that prime dust solution, that beef stock solution that we are just going to spread around on this baby. Get her all up in there nice. Get her coated nice. Any pools, we're gonna push them off to the side, spread them into the meats. Get everything beautifully coated. And we're going to use one raw hand here and give it some love. We're going to be generous with it. A lot of that stuff's just going to soak on into the meat, get to know it, and then the rest is going to build that bark. The bark we all love on a brisket. Give her a press in. I like to do that with my first coat. I just like to get it all in there, kind of massage it in. I'm gonna lift this little guy up right here. Make sure we get in there. You don't want to put too much in there, otherwise it will get sandy. The stuff that doesn't soak into the meat just wants to lay there. So there we go with that. That's beautiful. And now that I got this all massaged in, get a little on this edge here. Now I'm going to lay what I like to call the bark coat. And we are not going to rub this in. We are just going to let this sit on top. While it sits in the fridge, it'll form, it'll build, it'll just do its magic. You know what I'm saying? To the point of using the seeds and all the coarse ground, build a beautiful bark, man. Beautiful, beautiful bark. And that's what we got right there, boys and girls. So let's just put the rest of this on there. That's it. Like I said, we're not gonna rub that in, massage that in, nothing. Look at that, beautiful. Look at that. Oh man. So I'm gonna let that hang out. Gonna get things situated. I got plenty of other things to do. I'm gonna let that get to know each other, let that rub do its job, soak into the meat, build a nice little crust on the outside, dry up slightly, and that'll be it. Then we're gonna get the pit lit. All right, boys and girls, good morning. It is time to fire that brisket up. So, here's what she looks like. After a nice night hanging out in the fridge. Looks beautiful. So, got the post oak burning out there. Looks like we're at a nice clean burn. So, let's go get this thing on the pit. All right, here we are. Sorry if you can't hear me. Speaking a little quiet. It's 3:30 in the morning. So, waking everybody up with the beautiful smell of post oak, which, as far as I'm concerned, it makes me a humanitarian. You know what I mean? So, but let's get this brisket on this bad boy. So we got a. You bring me on over. So we got the flat top. Hey, you know what? So I'm gonna move you guys over here. Otherwise, I'm going to be blocking the light. So we got the flat top rolling. We're rolling at 250 on our indirect. I'm going to bring that baby out a little bit. So what I got here is just a small little pile of pre-burnt from the previous cook post oak. It basically turns into a lump, you know. And then I threw 3 half logs of post oak going on. So got a nice burn down going. Got a nice clean fire. Let's get our brisket on, shall we? So we're going fat cat down. I'm going to put this bad boy like so. I do have a water pan in here. And that's a wrap. We're going to close her down. And give her a little bit of tune up here. I'm gonna choke that down just a little bit. It's time to settle those temps in a little bit better. And that'll be it. So I'm using the ink board today. I'm going to be around, so I don't need to be concerned about Wi-Fi or monitoring or anything like that. Just gonna let it do its thing, you know. So, all right, I'll bring you back. Do some checking, do some spraying. That's about it. But other than that, let her soak in that post oak goodness, you know. So, all right, we'll be back. All right, boys and girls, she's been doing math, long day. It's been just about 15 hours, so she's done. She's sitting pretty at 203, somewhere right around there. And let's pull her off so we can rest her up. Check it out. Trying to get you guys a good view here. Should be all right. Oh man, look at that. You guys see that? Beautiful. So, I'm gonna pull her off. I'm gonna wrap her in some butcher paper. This was no wrap, by the way. And let her rest for a couple hours. Then we'll slice into that bad boy, see what we got. All right, later, girls. She's been resting 2 hours. Got her toweled here. As you can see, toweled. I also have it wrapped in the butcher. There she is. Nice bark. Little jiggle to it. So I'm gonna get this stuff cleared off. Let's cut into her. See what we got. All right, let's see what we got. Break out the Devastator for this one. So let's do this. Got my little mark here, so I know where that grain is. Just pull it apart. Doesn't look beautiful though. There we are. Oh man. Nice. So. All right, so quick recap. I misspoke earlier. It was actually just a little over 13 hours, not 15 hours. So that was at a 225, 250. Thing held temperature beautifully. I added 2 post oak logs about 5-6 hours in, something like that. And probably could have went longer than that, but I had a place to go, so didn't want to come back to a low temp. And that's it. So just shows right there an $11 modification to the YS24x36 flat top, and you can grill, you can griddle, you can smoke, you can low and slow, you can do whatever you want with it. So it is a killer unit, super versatile. So that's it. That's all I got. Again, it's that brisket, beautifully tender. And I ain't tooting my horn, but it's delicious, man. So, all right. That's all I got, boys and girls. Later.